absolutely loaded on energy, and this Empoleon is about to catch all 4 of these hands from the Machamp right here. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, and if you're a returning subscriber like Vinny Sharma, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are shoutcasting a set of battles in the Great League Remix. These battles were submitted to the channel by 5MG Matthew 5, so thank you for the submission. This is a pretty spicy team consisting of 2 Shadows in the form of Probopass and Shadow Machamp, and then we have a Blastoise in the back. So all 3 of these Pokemon definitely have some play in the Great League Remix, but we're going to see how they perform on a team of 3. Not the highest rated team on PvPoke, however neither was the last team I featured, and it performed very well for me. Tomorrow is also going to be GoFest, and I am considering live streaming that event. Not sure if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing. If it is, let me know in the comments section down below. It would be my first live stream, so it might be a little bit difficult to do, but we'll see how it goes. I might decide to. I'm very tempted to do it right now. It might rain though, which could potentially cancel those plans, but if you guys would be interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments below. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Leave a comment in the comments section down below. Check out one of my other videos right here. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so let's hop into these battles here. We got a pretty spicy team. Double Shadows, Probopass and Machamp. Blastoise in the back. We got Probopass into an Empoleon. This is a horrible lead, so probably gonna look to swap out immediately into the Blastoise right here. Blastoise looks like the safe switch option on this team. It's a pretty solid pick for this particular meta right now. Say Tropius come in, but it is running Air Slash, so not as dominant of a matchup. Definitely could survive one Leaf Blade here, so no shield coming up from the Blastoise. Will still be able to get to this Ice Beam here. And the opponent might not shield this if they're suspecting a potential Skull Bash, but of course Ice Beam costs less energy, so they do shield that up here. And the Blastoise probably going to get farmed down here by Air Slash because the Blastoise isn't going to be able to reach another Ice Beam here. The opponent should know that, so they'll probably no shield this and just look to commit to the farm down with Air Slash. Now the important thing here though is that you do leave this with a shield advantage, so you come back in with the Probopass here, and depending on how much a Leaf Blade does here, you could consider farming down. And Leaf Blade, that's actually not much at all, about 30% maybe. So Tropius is going to get off one more Leaf Blade right here, get it down to about 50% health. And the Probopass is going to look to commit to the farm down with Rock Throw, able to get to it before the next Leaf Blade comes through, keeps the 1 shield advantage, looking to swap out into Machamp. Empoleon comes back in, and there is a Drapion in the back. So this is actually a pretty optimal matchup for Machamp to find itself in here with a shield advantage. So going to get the final shield there from the Drapion. Probably going to spam some Aqua Tails here, but the Machamp at this point could pretty much just double shield and then have a cross chop ready to go for that Empoleon, which should be enough to take this game. So the second shield coming up here. Machamp probably going to commit to the farm down at this point. Absolutely loaded on energy, and this Empoleon is about to catch all 4 of these hands from the Machamp right here. Cross chop coming through, but is it enough to KO? Bang! There it is. Empoleon go home, taking that first game off to a 1-0 start. Let's hop into match number 2. So 5MG Matthew 5 going up against Machamp, and we got the Probopass here once again with the Rock Throw instead of the Spark. Because you're running Rock Throw as a fast move, makes a lot of sense to run Magnet Bomb. Don't really need the Rock Slide coverage at this point. Mandibuzz lead swaps onto Diggersby, and here comes the Blastoise. So Blastoise here, a bit of a safer switch in against the Diggersby because Earthquake of course does threaten the Machamp. So you come in with the Blastoise here, not necessarily have to use any shields, assuming the opponent doesn't either, but if the opponent starts shielding, you are definitely going to have to start matching shields. So going for the Hydro Can here, the opponent does in fact shield, and it's going to outpace here to the next move. So a potential Earthquake would be enough to take out the Blastoise. Does call, but they get baited by the Fire Punch. So going to go for the Hydro Can here. Is this going to be enough to take out the Diggersby, or will the opponent look to double shield? They do double shield. Okay, so now at this point, the Blastoise is going to call the Fire Punch, but I don't think they'll be able to get to one more Hydro Cannon here before oh, a little bit of lag there too. That is not good. If they shield here, they could definitely maintain switch, but gonna let this go through instead. And I imagine come in with the Machamp here. The Diggersby should be dry on energy. Machamp should be able to farm it down before it gets to an Earthquake. Might reach a Fire Punch potentially. Definitely don't need to shield this. It's not going to be doing too much. And you're gonna get a big energy lead plus a shield advantage. And as we know, Machamp does not care about typings here, unless it's like a Charmer, for example, Mandibuzz, for example. That is not an issue here for a Machamp with a shield advantage. Going for the Rock Slide, That's not going to knock out, but should be able to shield up here and commit to the complete farm down. So I expect the opponent to probably switch out here, prevent the farm down on the Mandibuzz, but they're going to stay in instead. No, they swap out. Oh my goodness. So that's why they were considering staying in, because it's the Lucario in the back. So you know what that means right here. All four hands. Bang! There it is. Cross chop coming through. Mandibuzz, Probopass. End of the game right there. A lot of fast things happening, but 2-0 start right there. Machamp putting in the work right there, pretty much finishing off that game on its own. Sudiman 14 in the next battle. We got Probopass into a Jirachi. So this is actually a pretty rough lead here, because you can't necessarily swap out into Machamp, and you don't really want to bring in the Blastoise here. So the main play here, I guess, is to sort of sack the Probopass in this situation. Going to take a Doom Desire right here. That's going to be doing quite a bit of damage to the Probopass, and going to go for the Thunderbolt. Now Thunderbolt is going to hurt Jirachi for sure, so let's see if the opponent's going to choose to shield up this move right here, and they do. So at this point the opponent could pretty much get to the next Doom Desire, but they actually swap out into Obstagoon. We see Blastoise come in, so a couple of things here. I'm not entirely sure why the opponent would give up Switch there, considering that they already gave up a shield, and now they're giving up Switch as well. I think that's a suboptimal play at this point, and kind of puts the advantage back into the favor of 5MG Matthew here. So you can see Blastoise going to land the Hydro Cannon here. Obstagoon going to throw another move. Let's see if the Blastoise shields. They are going to shield. I believe they can commit to the farm down at this point. And depending on what is in the back, this could be a pretty rough spot for the opponents. If they come in with the Jirachi, they're probably going to have to throw their move immediately. But they're going to take a Hydro Cannon right here. This will be enough to knock out the Jirachi. So let's see if they're going to knock. If they're going to shield, they do decide to shield that up. And are they going to commit to the farm down? Yes, they do. But swaps out into the Probopass, forcing the opponent to throw the energy here. I like this play, and then probably come in with the Machamp. Look to farm down, but you will have to take 1 or 2 confusions here. Ooh, you can see 1 confusion doing so much, but the opponent does throw, so that's going to get the final shield from the Machamp right here. Doom Desire coming through, and the Machamp going to farm down here. Now remember, they actually came in with the Blastoise against the Obstagoon instead of the Machamp, and it's actually an Abomasnow in the back. So if they came in with the Machamp instead, this game could have went the other way, because Abomasnow versus Blastoise could have been a tough matchup, but very well played there. Pretty much had the correct alignment the whole match, and ends up taking that game. A very good decision there, swapping the Blastoise into the Obstagoon instead of the Machamp. So Probopass into Wigglytuff right here. A beautiful lead for the Probopass here. And it looks like the opponent's going to stay in here. So when the opponent stays in with a charm here, you have to assume one thing. The back line is very weak to Probopass as well. So they're looking to sack, much like we saw in the previous game, trying to sack the Probopass. Then they actually let that go through. It's an Obstagoon, and this right here tells you immediately it is Obstagoon double charm, but it's an ABA type double charm. So kind of very dependent on winning lead there, and as you can see, the opponent lost lead. I like how they swapped out of the Probopass here into the Blastoise, preserving the Probopass, expecting a potential second Charmer in the back, so you keep the Probopass alive for this Clefable, and then you're going to have the Machamp ready for the Obstagoon in the back. This game's basically over. I already got both of the opponent's shields here. Gonna come in with the Probopass. Definitely want to shield up once here, and hopefully get to the Magnet Bomb before the opponent could swap out. If the opponent could switch out, this could be a little problematic, but it doesn't look like the switch timer is quite up yet. Going to get to this Magnet Bomb, and that's going to be enough to take out the Clefable here. Swap it onto Machamp. Obstagoon definitely not going to want the smoke here. The opponent is going to back out, and we are off to a 3-0 start with the double Shadow Blastoise team. Let's hop into the next battle. So we are hopping into this match. We got Probopass once again into a Mew. So Mew, of course, always dependent on the moveset. It is running Shadow Claw here, and most likely you could expect Surf, especially in this particular meta. It's very quick, so probably gonna be a Surf here. How much does it do against the Probopass? Quite a lot there, definitely over 40%, but going to get to this Magnet Bomb, and let's see if the Mew wants to shield right here. And remember, because it's a Surf that's going to be thrown, may look into catching this onto the Blastoise here for resisted damage, and there it is. Beautiful swap onto the Blastoise, catches the Surf. That is doing nothing right there. Opponent swaps out into Shadow Machamp, but this slight energy lead will allow Blastoise to get to this Hydro Cannon. Definitely could survive a cross chop here, I believe. Yes, it can. Should be able to get to the Hydro Cannon. This should be enough to get the shield from the opponent's Machamp, and at that point, the Shadow Machamp that will come in will have a shield advantage, which should be enough to put this match in a playable position. So Machamp comes in here, gonna shield up the cross chop here. and possibly consider farming down here, especially if they are aware of the counts here. Is going to be able to farm down before the Machamp gets to another move. Now loaded on energy, even on shields. Mew is okay, never mind. The opponent doesn't want the smoke, backs on out of there. We're never gonna know what the third Pokemon in the back was. Takes that game. A perfect 5-0 set. So apparently that was all 5 battles. Very quick, very entertaining, and you can see this team, Double Shadow, living up to its name. Very fast battles, very hard hitting, and of course, always entertaining. So the Blastoise safe switch, you could see even against some of its more unfavorable matchups, it still puts in work and usually gets a shield out of the opponent, which gives you a shield advantage heading into the next matchup. Once again, a big shout out to 5MG Matthew for the battles, really enjoyed covering them. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.